on YouTube, and this is the bike right here. This is a detuned version. We've literally detuned the crap out of this thing because it's got a, instead of having a dome piston, which I have one over in the closet, the dome forged piston, this is actually a flat top. And you see, the very next weekend we took it to Tennessee. I rode this thing all down Barber. Rode the first day in Tennessee just fine, and I hit some bumps down there. I mean, who puts, now listen to me. I was telling my wife about this. She thought it was funny when I got home. I said, who puts speed bumps in a 55, 60 mile an hour traffic way? I mean, who does that? Tennessee does that apparently. Alcola, Tennessee does that. But right now we're fixing to, I gotta take the radiator off here because up through here, it's busted. It already had a bust on it, but we used bar stop leak, copper kind. Because you can actually service this kind of radiator right here. And we tried to service it before, but we didn't know if it's fixed or not. We'd throw it on here and it wasn't. So we put that in and it worked. But yesterday, I was going to I heard recent veterans and stuff, where I run the Operation Charlie Bravo Kentucky chapter here, where we help veterans build bikes and stuff, and we're fixing to be doing a big startup here. But anyways, that thing started spewing out of my legs. I can feel something wet. I'm like, what the heck? Look back, my engine's like smoking. I done thought I blew the thing up or something, but it was running too good, so I killed it, and it was just spewing out of the radiator. So I'm taking all this off here tonight. That's why I'm doing it now. You see, fixing to drain everything. If there is, I don't know if there's anything even in here. Oh yeah, there is. Let me see. Yeah, see, it's only from the top side, so at least it's only from the top side. That means it's flowing to the bottom, but the top, yeah, not so much, because it comes out the top up here, runs down through that side over there, back through here, over here. So yeah, y'all see, I got our wonderful sponsors, Man in the Box, and we got Partzilla, and we got Big Gun Exhaust back here. Plus, Operation Charlie Bravo, Comic Bike Savers, what they used to be called. We still use that name though. But yeah. See up front, we got Drought Sports. They've helped us out a lot. A bird pooped on my bike while I was down in Tennessee. Got me good, Got me pretty good down there. Yeah, I should have probably got a Drought Sports sticker while I was down there hanging out with them, both in Alabama and, Tennessee. And we also got to hang out with Steady Garage in Tennessee. We also saw them in Alabama as well. So we got to be their neighbors because Mr. Original Concept Garage, which is who we are, we sponsored down there in Tennessee as well, and we got to hang out with those guys. Pretty cool. I want to say thank you to them for kind of making us like family. I know one of the dudes from Steady Garage said, hey, y'all like family now. You're over here with us. So, you see, this is from the last year, Mr. Original Concept Garage in Townsend, Tennessee. We need to get some more of these stickers made. We had a limited number we made left for last year. I should have had some made for this year. We also have our small bore to gorge. That's a ride here we do here in Tennessee. Casey Levy of Scooter Army made that sticker. He's one of our partners, and we partner with him a lot, actually. So, everybody's been asking me, like, who's Bozo and Duke and stuff, and who's Pepper Jasper J on Facebook, and I'm like, if you don't know, if you're not on our YouTube channel a lot, you probably don't know sometimes. But if you look up here, you see, we have a thing to where we give each other nicknames, basically. Seriously. And it all started because of my last YouTube channel. I got called Bower Luke Duke, and Ryan got called Pepper Jasper. So we added a J to it. We use Pepper, on the, if we're texting or something or on Facebook. We got Uncle Pie, we got Alman and Cooter Duke. We also have a cousin, It's Duke. We're waiting for them to put their names up here, and Uncle Wolfenbacher. And we also have a OG original Florida handyman. Yeah, but don't forget about Brandon now. He's the one racing down there in Barber for us. He did a lot of the racing. He's a lot smaller guy. This is one of his bikes right here. It's a two-stroke. This is one of his, it's got an AF 18 or 16 clone, basically, but it's a 12. It's got the 12-inch wheels instead of the 10s, which is pretty cool. So, then we also got Mr. Larson's bike up here. We're taking up to Indiana with us in July, up to the headquarters of Operation Charlie Bravo. We're going to start finishing this thing out while we're there. So right now we're trying to figure out what size wheels to get on here and stuff for him, so we can let him know so he can get those to us. But it's got a Honda CB350 rear swing arm on it. It's got new adjustable shocks on it. It's got a XR100 front triple tree. Aftermarket handlebars, as you can see, they look pretty good. And a 190cc Zongjin 4-speed motor. Yeah, it's clutch. It's pretty badass, huh? We're calling it the CT190, basically. Pretty sweet bike. I wish we could get this one to Barber with us. I really wish we could have, because I think this would have had we had a better chance if we'd been finished with it. We could maybe could have won, but we got invited down with the Ruckus. So we got invited down with this bike right here. I wanted to show people what a daily ridden 232 that's still riding now. I daily ride this thing, still holding up, and it's not a bad looking bike. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad looking, but it's not a show bike either, because I daily the crap out of this thing. You can't show something that's a daily ridden, I don't guess, because people don't have appreciation for them like they would something that's clean. You know, if you watch our videos here lately, you notice that I did a little game, you know, how we're supposed to do this right here. It's supposed to be up this way, vertical, not horizontal. So if you watch those episodes of the Barber Small Board, which we got plenty more coming here soon, you'll see a little game that I play, how everyone else's was vertical and ours is not. Well, me and Ryan wanted to put it, or Pepper Jasper J, we wanted to put it up here. And that way it would at least be mounted like this, but this is how Jason wanted to do it. Jason Bartley, which I like Jason. He wanted to do it this way right here, so we did it the way he wanted to do it. He's the one who fabbed up our, he did all the fab work for these right here in order to put a Yamaha 750 set of rear forward foot brake controls onto a Honda Ruckus. So it runs back here. It took us forever to bleed these suckers out too. It comes back this way and then comes over here, hooks our disc brakes. Pretty cool, huh? We got it sitting right here all clean on top of right here. You can see. There's a reason why I run one of these. If you go look at one of our episodes, you're gonna literally see the variator face on the front outruns me and goes past me and goes up in the field. That's not fun when that happens. It's not fun having to go chase something like that down. You're like, oh God, no, no, no. Meanwhile, you hear the beep, 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 because I'm saying some bad words, and I'm like, oh man, gotta go find some tools now. it was pretty funny, I ain't gonna lie. But we have a little joke. It's called Grimmy, death of GY6. You know, Russian GY6, death of all good things. Basically, it's what we have. And he loves coming after his bike. He loves destroying my GY6 bikes. He tries with everything he's got in him. He tries the best. But old Grimmy, he don't understand. We got a good crew, and we keep him away too. We do. We try to everything we can. The daily, this big beast right here. That's a lot of motor, boys and girls. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of motor out there. That's a 4-valve 232 liquid cooled motor. You don't see very many of these anywhere really. It took Tata had to take and make a special set of what was it? The roller rocker. Yeah, the rocker arms and stuff. The rocker arms were offset when we got them, and I'm like, this ain't gonna work right. This is gonna when they're going down, when they're sitting there doing this number and they're offset, that means it's gonna cause wear that you don't want. So we made a post saying, how do we fix this? Because we went to Tata first, and well, we got the wrong person, I guess, because Lee, who we talked to, he wanted to fix it. Well, we made a post, and 60,000 people also thought it should be fixed. Guess what? They fixed it, and we are so glad they did so. Lee was awesome to work with. Tata's amazing. They're amazing. They had some amazing guys over there, and they were willing to work with us and fix it. And they also sent out a big batch through Grouse Sports here. That because my buddy Eli, he took care of it for me. Hit up Grouse Sports and find Eli. Ask for Eli. That boy right there will take good care of you. You also see him in our Drought Sports. We point him out during the drag racing and stuff. Y'all see him there. And then let's see. We got to hang out at the cruise, man, for 2 weekends in a row. That was really cool. I really enjoyed hanging out at Steady Garage and Drought Sports for 2 weekends down in Alabama and Tennessee. We had a lot of fun. We had so much fun. We really did. We had a lot of fun. Let's see. Welcome to live chat. I'll remember to guard your privacy is what it says at the bottom. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm fixing to start taking all this loose. I might have to go get my phone stuff. That way I can do this. If y'all want me to do it, you think I should do it while we're on here? Or should I do it and then come back? Well, what can I do here? Highlight, save video. I've not been on a live in a while. That cuts out the mic. They got some filters here. I got some different filters, but I don't know if I could do anything else really on this live or not. Let's see. What's this? Start a poll. Okay, I'll start a poll. We're going to ask y'all, should we fix this thing? Should I take the radiator off live or do it and come back? So I'm going to put that on here. Pull radiator. Oh, hold on. Let's set up. I can't spell radiator for some reason right now. Yeah, right. Should we pull the radiator live or come back? I'll see what you guys say who's on here right now. There's only one watching, so we'll see what he says. Start poll. We had 2 of them, 3 of them watching, but there you go. I started a poll. Let me know what you think. What's up, y'all? See you at the rally, but didn't. Hey, man, you could bug me all you want, brother. I don't care. I don't mind one bit. I'll talk to everybody and hang out to everybody. I love y'all, so you know me. I'm a bit of a character, so Bozook and Duke, I'm always going to be there. Pull it off live. What do you think? Pull it off live or come back? Motorhead, 18 MIA. Hey, man, seriously. Anytime you want to bug me, be more my guest to bug me, man. I'm all about it. So I love hanging out with people who watch and who come out here and want to help. And we're doing a lot for our veterans here. So we'll be watching down here. I got to go to work. Oh, yeah, work. Okay. All right, brother. You have a good night at work, man. And hit us up later. Oh, I was in the spot. Okay, that's with the clutch pedal. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. That suicide shifter clutch is pretty cool, wasn't it? For Isaac's bike. I don't know much about it. They surprised me with that. That was a full-on surprise to me, brother. They pulled up here with that thing, and I was like, what's all this? I didn't realize they had a 4-speed, 250 on it. Pretty cool though. It was pretty cool. I really, I'm just glad that he got to ride it a little bit down there. He did have a 179cc stroker motor that we put on there for him, but he decided he wanted to shift gears. I don't blame him. That's what I'm thinking about doing to this thing. I'm thinking about pulling this motor, putting this motor on that bike over there, the Super 8. The Super 8's slow, and find me one of those 190s up there and putting on here so I can switch gears. That'd be cool. I think that's super cool if you ask me, but it's a thought I'm thinking about doing. So I got hit by Parsons Branch. Oh man. Oh wait. I just got my glasses on. I got to hit Parsons Branch. I've never been out there. I've never got to ride down there really. I did get to bust a few monkeys out there. Doing about 80 mile an hour after the shed. Everybody went to the shed. So I would love to get that footage, by the way. I thought my GoPro was running, but it wasn't. So it just hadn't turned itself off, I guess, at that moment. It's voice activated. So it didn't. I didn't get to catch any of that, but maybe next time. But I'm hoping to find someone else who, one of the guys, because I was pulling up on him, right? And I let him just kind of take off without me, thinking I was on a slow Ruckus, and I thought, it's a good time to go past him. Blast past him now. So I hit it. I hit the throttle, right? And I see the guy who's in the back, he's looking over his mirror going,
good idea.
huh?
That's why that gas is not good.
It's not going to hurt him. It's off.
Oh, yeah.
It's off. I'm live right now. Sorry. Yeah. And, yeah, man, he posted shorts. I'll be sure to check those out, man. But anyways, I was sitting there, for real, I want to check those out. I might come back after all, guys. So I want to go check out Motorhead 18 MIA's YouTube Shorts he's got out. So that sounds really cool. But he started looking at his mirror going, and he hunkered down real low on that bike. He's like hunkered really far down. I'm like, nah, too late, man. I'm just sitting back on the bike because y'all see how I ride sitting back. I just went right past him, smiling, waving, just waving all I could wave. I looked probably stupid doing it, but it was fun. And I was like this right here, going past him like. I was saying hello. I wasn't saying goodbye. I wasn't trying to be like that. I was just saying hello, This old Ruckus, man, didn't do too bad. We got 5 watching. Wow. That's more than I expected. No, that back to 2. It's okay. It's all good. So, they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back. I hope they do. Don't tell them I said that. But yeah, man, we got rolling wrench. We got a lot of other parts on here. Let's see. Mayor of Washington Riders sent this case to me. This case cover. It was really nice of Jeffrey to send this to me. He sent it to me for free, man. I couldn't beat that. And a bunch of stickers. Most of the stickers on the pair all came from Jeffrey, from Mayor of Washington Riders. Y'all can find him on Instagram. He builds all of Rolling Wrench's motors for him and sends them out. So they aren't great. Recorded one, I'll hand it with the phone. Oh man, I'll tell you how to do it, man. You want to do it like this. When you're recording, Get you something like that right there. It's voice activated, and literally just I say GoPro, record video, and it records for me, and it does pretty good. I mean, it doesn't do bad at all. You've been riding your bike, huh? My little girl just got in. She's been riding that bicycle out there. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. I'm so tired.
So tired?
Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to say it early because I'm going to have to do something.
That's right. Like I said, I didn't even ask for nobody to do that.
Like and subscribe and click that
Notification bell. Notification bell.
My teeth are this different shapes.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Good kid. Good kid. She's already on point. You know what? She's already on point.
Oh, and don't forget, maybe sooner or later when I get a little older, or maybe next year, I might have my own YouTube channel. And
She's gonna follow in footsteps, ain't she?
It's going to be called Josie Unicorn World.
Josie's Unicorn World. There you go. You had her here first.
You're going to see my dad on it too. Bye.
Well, she's already got big plans, don't she? Oh, I know. Believe me, I do. I enjoy it. I was out here with her earlier. I taught her how to ride a bike this past week, and she's not stopped since. Like, seriously. Her little bicycle right here. We took her out, and she said, I'm ready for my training wheels to come off. I'm like, all right. If you're ready. She wiped out yesterday, and then she got right back up and hopped back on. She's a true champ, I'm telling you. See, that's my youngest. I got one that's 19. That's my oldest. My oldest is a movie star. She plays in a lot of independent films and stuff here locally, and they're about to be going on streaming services. I have to check those out. 12 Till Dawn, and what's the other one? It's got a wrestler in it. He's a WWF wrestler. Al Snow was in it. He's in the movie as well with her. She co-stars right alongside Al Snow. That's Unnatural. Yeah, Unnatural. Be looking for those movies to be coming out. So if you've been watching anything with Al Snow on, it does go quick. I mean, right. I'm about to be 40. I'm not 40 quite yet, but I started out young having kids, I guess you'd say. So that's my baby girl there. I talked to my oldest yesterday. She was in Louisville making a movie with a team up there. She's just wrote her first script. So 19 years old and wrote her first script. I'm super proud of her, man, and Josie as well. Both my kids are really cool. So yeah, it goes by too fast if you want to know the truth. That's why I like scooters, man. That's why I want to do it with veterans, because it's not as fast paced, you know. You see, I got my veterans wall up here. That's my great grandfather out there. He was in World War One. Then you got my papa. I don't have a picture of him out here yet, but he was in World War II, or enlisted during it. This is my mama's second husband. I call him Papa as well, Clarence. He was in Vietnam, and my dad was a Desert Storm veteran. That's my dad right there. And you got me right here. That's me. If I can go zoom in. I was a lot bigger. I was a lot more buff back then. Oh, heck yeah, man. I mean, I was buff, dude. I wasn't just like, I was like buff, man. My wife tells me all the time when I come home. Hell yeah. It does. It keeps them grinding, man. And I'm proud of my kids, man. I'm super stoked with my kids. They're good kids. They don't get in a lot of trouble or anything. They're just good kids. But yeah, that's Ryan up there. That's Pepper Jesper J up there. I was best friends with his cousin, Tyler. That's how I got to know Ryan, who taught me everything I know about anything mechanical and motorcycles and stuff, plus cars and diesel trucks. We lost Tyler when I was in the Marine Corps, and that's Tyler as well. That's how me and Ryan become such good friends, because we lost him, you know, and we started hanging out. That's me in the Marine Corps as well right there. That's Paris Island with my mama. That's like I said, that's her husband right there. That's where we get this right here from. You notice that right there? I took and made this with that. Tyler was out there goofing around one day in the garage down at Ryan's, and he drew that, just messing around.
You turn the gate down?
No. I'm going to be out here for a little bit. And, you know, so I thought, I'm going to cut that thing out and set it, you know, take it home with me. I don't serve. I wish I had, but wasn't my path. My older brother put 20 years, years in the Navy. Yeah, hey, thank you, man. You know, there's a lot of people out here. We can still serve, you know. We don't have to serve in the military, but we can still serve our nation. And each other, by the way. Service is service to me. Police officers, EMTs, and not just that, but just volunteering, getting out and volunteering our time. That to me is in service of others, That's the point of service, is not war, not just wars and stuff. It's protection of people and fighting for people. You're fighting for people's rights. You're fighting to give people a better life than what we have, or what we had. That's the whole point of everything. To me, is serving each other, So if you serve someone, or if you're in service of anything, or just trying to give back and do anything, that's awesome, I mean, just that alone. That's why I'm trying to do right now, where I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I'm trying to actually serve my veterans, so I have the time that I can give to serve. A lot of other veterans have to work at careers. They don't have the time that I have, so I figured since I'm able to give it, why not give it, right? I know you do, man. I feel like you do, so it's the help what I can do when I can. Hey, man, that's all that matters, dude. That's all that matters. That little bit of time you give makes a huge difference somewhere in someone's life. I guarantee it. Actually, I know it does. That's the whole point of it. I wasn't doing nothing, man, for many years. When I first come home, I sat in bed. I didn't get out of bed much. I hurt all the time. I still hurt all the time, but at least now I got to fight and kicking my ass. I don't know. It was hard when I first come home. I didn't want to leave my unit. I didn't want to let my brothers go without me, and I had a lot of guilt for that for some reason. It took me a while to get over that guilt because they had to go overseas and I had to stay here, and I felt like I was letting them down. But since I've talked to a lot of my brothers since they've been back home and stuff, and they were telling me, said, no, man, what happened to you? You would have got us all hurt or killed. There's no shame in what happened, and you had to go home. So you should just know that we all still care about you, man, and you're still our brother, and we're glad you're doing well, and we're glad to see you serving your community, and that made me happy, man, especially from one of my corporals who gave me one of the hardest places to go. It was Corporal Cordovari. Now I think it was Sergeant Major. He's been in there for a while, so it's been a minute since I've been out. Man, he just got out, and I talked to him here recently, and it was awesome hearing from him. He was happy to hear what we was doing here and helping our fellow veterans and stuff. It just made me happy to get a phone call from him, and it's really awesome. It was a surreal moment, It's funny because I got in trouble while I was in the Marine Corps. I wasn't supposed to be driving, right? They took my license from me. And here me, I could have had someone lie for me. They would have lied for me and everything. Hell yeah, they would have. I already had two of them lined up to lie for me. But I had promised my sergeant at the time that I would never lie to him. I said, I will never lie to you, because I got in trouble over a haircut. I had my haircut that week. My hair on my sides grows like really fast. He didn't believe me. He calls me up in front of the whole unit and says, well, Rice over here wants to lie over getting a haircut. Blah, blah, blah. I said, so I had to talk with him, and I'm like, Sergeant, I would never lie to you. When he says I'm going to prove to you I'll never lie to you. So I got caught. I was the only one in the unit at the time. We just got back from, Marine Corps birthday and stuff like that, yeah. And Marine Corps ball the night before, and the next morning I had to work. I was in our motor pool, basically, I'm the dispatcher. I'm the first one in and the last one to leave, basically. That sucks sometimes, 16-hour days. So I'd already called in and everything and got everything cleared with my unit that I was in. I was at work. And I already talked to everybody, but somehow communications got messed up and they didn't realize that I was there. I went and got me some breakfast. Wasn't supposed to be driving, to have seizures and stuff like that. It's one reason I'm into these small bikes. I don't have to worry about, they take my license, what they're going to do, They did took my license. I'm riding around here. They don't bother me on this thing. But that way I can get around and stuff. And so I had my chance to tell them the truth. And I said, I drove my car down to get breakfast. And they were about to call the whole unit in, everybody, the whole friggin' shebang, man. All 1st Marines headquarters are fixing to be coming in over me, apparently. Who already checked in, by the way. So, Cordovari, I'm on the phone with him. He's like, go to parade rest. I'm in parade rest, mind you, for like 6 hours in one spot. I didn't move. I stayed right there in that one spot until they got there. I could have did anything I wanted, but I didn't do it. I sit right there. Finally, I got my punishment. I got a 15,000 word essay, a 30,000 word essay, and I think a 50,000 word essay. It was a lot of work. I did it in 2 weeks. I took my punishment seriously, and I did it in 2 weeks. Seriously. And Cordovari had to hand over my punishment, and I didn't get the respect that I thought. I never had the respect before that, but after that I got respect. It was weird. I'm like, why am I getting respected now? Like Cordovar's like, man, he was charged with reading my essays. He said, you should be in college. You should be an officer. I'm like, what? No, man. He's like, no, you're smart as shit, dude. What are you doing? You should be an officer. I'm like, no, man, that ain't me, man. But, Cordovari and I, he was always kind of hard on me. After that, we were chill. Like, it's like I showed them that I could handle my punishment seriously and would take it and go on with it, and do better by it and better myself by it. And I would never lie to them. Like I told my sergeant, after that, he believed me. He said, you didn't lie to me, did you? I said, no. Told you I would tell you the truth at all times. I could have got kicked out of the Marine Corps for that. They punished me in-house. Thank God they punished me in-house instead of letting it go higher up. I proved to them that I would never lie to them that I was a true brother. Sometimes you just got to do that stuff. You got to take one for the team. I'm not kidding. And Motorhead 18 MIA said, my brother had a hard time transferring to life out of the Navy, too. It was hard. It can be hard, dude, but got to keep pushing through brighter days. That's right. You got to keep pushing to brighter days. You really do. And it's something that I never saw war, but I have friends that had been through it, And I have a buddy of mine, Nelson. If anybody ever knows where Nelson is out there in this world, please, Nelson, if you ever find this video, man, come find me, dude. Brother, I miss you so much. But Nelson was an 0311, and he'd been to Iraq several times. And he had a brother died in his arms, and we had a car backfire. He threw me on the ground, and he starts, just screaming, I'm not going to lose you, man. And I'm not telling you what right there. When you go through something like that and you see their eyes are not with you, that they're somewhere else, that's when you know for a fact that that's hard. That was hard for him to go through. And it's people like him I want to help the most, my brothers that I want to make sure they have successful lives and they don't have to have the nightmares follow them forever. And if they do have nightmares, I want to be right there with them so I be sure I can help them through it. That's why I do what I do. And I lost my friend Eddie and his wife, Donna, when I come home. They lost their kids, and I ended up losing. Donna took her own life first. Eddie tried, but he survived the first time, only to do it again, and we lost him for good after that. That was 5 years ago. And for the last, 3 years now, I have pushed with everything in me to make all this happen. With all this stuff with Operation Charlie Bravo, all the bike stuff, all the crew, everything, I have pushed so hard to make this stuff happen since I lost him. Because I didn't have the resources I needed to help keep them here. I wish I had those resources that I'm starting to get now here then. Maybe they'd still be here, him and her both. That's them up here, actually. That's Eddie and Donna right there. There's a big kick that really pushed me into doing what I do. I will never forget them. I will never forget those two right there. They're a beautiful couple there. Eddie Eddie was EOD, and he found bombs that, he got rid of he protected our troops over there. They did a lot to protect our troops. He went back over with Canadian Special Forces and ended up, they got pinned down, right? They was in a firefight, and as they were running in formation, try to not set anything off, the dog triggered a pressure plate, and it took him up. He lost both legs, and I think it was Afghanistan, and he had to be helivac to Germany. He come back home, he's a different man, and things were hard for them, but they got better. They was really good there for a while, and things went downhill again, and when they lost their kids, I guess Donna couldn't take it no more, and it sucked what happened, it's hard to talk about sometimes, but it needs to be talked about because these things happen, and we need to try to prevent them from happening. I saw what was going down, and I literally tried every which way. I tried to get people to help them. They couldn't see what I seen, and we lost them. Eddie's mom has their 2 kids now, and I'm glad she does. They're being really well taken care of, and they're happy. And but I'm going to keep trucking on. My brother has never told me or any of our family what his job was, or what he had to do, or what he had to go through while he was never, while He was never in a word more than he can't tell us. Yes, you got to sign you have to sign these agreements at times, basically, where you non-disclosure agreements, where you cannot talk about it. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't talk about it. That's real, actually. That happens. If your brother's Navy, the Navy's. I was in the Marine Corps. The Navy's going to be the ones doing the more hush hush. The Army, the Air Force doing all the hush hush stuff. My dad was Army intelligence, so yeah, my dad would be one of those types that would have to sign something like that. And he couldn't. My dad couldn't tell us what he did a lot of times either. We lived in South Korea when I was a kid. There's a lot my dad wanted to tell me, but he couldn't tell me because he said he couldn't tell me until he's on his deathbed or fear of 20 years imprisonment. Literally 20 years. That's minimum. So, yeah, that's the truth, man. I mean, that's the way it is. You just can't at times, and that's why you get a lot of these confessions that later in life when, you know, it's hard, to live with some of this stuff. And I lost my dad at 17 years old. It's crazy. He just fell over one day. He was a young man. I'm about a year older than what my dad was now when I lost my dad. And so he didn't want me to go to the military, but I went anyways. After I lost him, I felt like I needed to do something to get myself together because I was lost for so long there. I ended up on drugs. I ended up really, really bad places in my life. I died. I had OD'd on purpose, and I had to be brought back. I think I was gone for like 5 to 6 minutes, and I was in a coma after that. So I didn't learn my lesson at first. I didn't learn it. It took me a long time to learn it. And I finally had to just get out of here and go to the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps really saved my life. It really gave my life back to me. And it gave me the power over all the other stuff that had over me when my dad died. So I finally went to see my dad. I went to see his grave when I come home from the Marine Corps. And first time I feel like I was a man at that point. I could go see him. And I went and seen him and I gave him a salute. And yeah, I can live with it a lot better now. And it is what it is, but that was my journey with him, but these bikes anyways, I feel like the small bore community is a good community for veterans for several reasons now. For one, it's the camaraderie, okay? There's so much camaraderie in this community. It's really awesome, actually. I love that part about this community. Second is it's slowed down. It's not so fast-paced. It's like we do everything together like we did in the military. You do everything together as a unit. And so you know what each other's thinking. You can about guess what the other guy's thinking already. You can move as one because you were trained to. In this community right here, you do everything as a group. And I love that part of this community is a group, And that's what I love about it. And the simple fact that basically we're not trying to outrun each other constantly. We're not trying to be the fastest. We're doing it together. And it's just it's enjoying. You enjoy it's a joy. This community is nothing but a joy, and that's the part I love the most about it is how much joy you get from it. So, my dad told me when I was a teen, seems I'm only happy when I'm an inch from dead. Laugh out loud. What can I say? I like bike, all of them. Yeah, I do too, man. My dad told me. That's true, right? This stuff is fun, man. It's a lot of fun. It really is. And I do go a little fast on my bike sometimes. But I don't care to sit with the group, That's one thing. I don't mind sitting with the group. I'm wanting to start basically a group riding therapy session with veterans. So we're collecting these bikes right now. We're trying to find other bikes. That's the reason I bought the Kimco out there. Let another veteran ride. It is a big old family with no ego. Yeah, you don't have to prove nothing, man. And smiles per gallon. That's right. What you just said is everything, man. No ego. We don't have ego here. This is no place for ego. You got to let your ego go, and you got to let it go away fast because you're going to lose a lot of respect really fast in this community because it's all about the community. That's the thing I love the most. The community's for the community. It's not everybody for one person. It's all for one for all. And I love that. I've always been like that my whole life. All for one for all. And we do for each other. We fight for each other. That's what I love about the small bore community is we fight for each other. We go to tooth and nail for each other. We'll block for each other. We'll literally get out on them roads and we stay as a group. We look out for each other and we make sure each other's safe and we all come back safe, right? That's another important thing. We make sure we all come back safe. No man left behind. That's another important aspect of the small bore community I like. That's why that I feel like our veterans work we're doing here, charity work with the small bore community it's going to work out so well together. I'm going to talk to Jason about just doing mainly small bore stuff. Now we will take some big bike builds here and some big stuff because Mr. Original Concept Garage has never just been a small bore channel. We've did turbo diesels here. We've did everything, big Jeeps, 4-wheel drives. We did it all here, and so small bore just really caught on because I don't know, just I lose my license all the time, and I thought, well, get a scooter. I always wanted a Ruckus since many years ago, and I saw one in Danville, Kentucky that was slammed to the ground so low he didn't even have a kickstand on it. He just said he would just hop off the dang bike and he'd sit there and just stay. That's how crazy it was. Can I go this way? Nope, can't go that way. Dang, locked in orientation. But if we're going on 35 minutes, I better get to work. I'm not going to get to work, am I? Hey, did anybody vote on this poll we got going? 100% said yes. I better get to work then. I'll be right back, boys. Well, let's see if I can set the phone over here while I work then. I better get quiet and be getting to work, huh? Yeah, I better be getting to work. I need 2 hands to work, though. Let's see. Where we're going to put this thing at? We need some tunes going, too, don't we? I can't listen to radio in this. I don't have a radio. All I got is my phone. So that's how I do most of the stuff. Maybe I should get the GoPro and put it on YouTube Live. Maybe I should go do that so I can play some tunes while I'm working. I will be right back. Hey, give us a thumbs up. Hey, if y'all out there watching, give us a thumbs up. Help that algorithm out. We need all the help we can get. Because y'all know what we stand for. We stand for everybody in our community. We want to bring everybody together, and we're going to work together on everything we do. So, if you like that, if you want people who are literally all about helping each other out and going to bat for each other, hit that like and subscribe. Seriously. We give away a lot of stuff, too, here sometimes. We really do. That's something we actually really do. So we love people who watch. I'll be right back. I'll start another live here in a minute where I can actually use my other camera. Peace.